Welcome everyone to the South Russell Village Council meeting. Today is Monday, January the 5th, 2026. Please put your hand over your heart and join us in our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. Fiscal officer will take the roll.
Alexander. Here. Bell.
Here.
Berger.
Here.
Canton.
Here.
Kavanaugh.
Here.
Renzel.
Here.
We have minutes of our December the 8th regular council meeting. Any changes or corrections in those minutes? Hearing none, may I have a motion to moved by Canton, seconded by Kavanaugh. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes passes. We have minutes from December 29th, special council meeting. Any changes or corrections in those minutes? We have a motion to approve. Moved by Kavanaugh. Second by Berger. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes passes. Visitors. It's a usual routine. We have some usual people here, some new people here. On the back of the agenda is a explanation of how we operate, but basically it's 5 minutes. Ask for your name, address to remain standing. After 3 minutes, I'll tell you you got 2 minutes left. There may be comments and questions afterward. There may not. All right, first on the agenda tonight is Kelly Kimball. Kelly, give us your name and address and welcome.
Before I begin, I timed myself 3 times and I have a small basket. It's about 15 seconds long. A little bit of leniency, really appreciate it. Good evening, I am Kelly Leavenworth Kimball and I have lived at 104 Lakeview Lane with my husband Eric for 26 years and now our son Asher. I'm a retired Chagrin Falls firefighter. I was on duty September 11th, 2001. That morning, my colleague Ryan Shore and I had just transported a patient to the hospital and were restocking when we watched the second plane strike the South Tower. It was a horrific day, one permanently etched in my memory, as it is for many of us. I raise this because moments like that divide time. You have a before and you have an after. So I ask you this, do you know where you were on January 28th, 2023? I do. That Saturday divided my life into before and after. I will never forget where I stood, what the floor felt like beneath my feet, or the snow resting on the branches outside the window against a stark blue sky, because it was in that moment, after a phone call from my husband, that the air left the room. What occurred here in this building 1,074 days ago changed my life. Every individual seated on this dais tonight, minus the 2 new council members, along with others present or observing remotely, knows precisely of what I speak. So let me be clear why I'm here. I am not here for sympathy. I am not here for platitudes, and I am mostly not here because this is easy. I am here because I choose to demand accountability. We stand, place our hands over our hearts, and pledge liberty and justice to all. Those words are meaningless without action. I am here because I am demanding action. I am here because I am seeking an apology. For nearly 3 years, my family and I have lived with the consequences of decisions made by employees of this village. Decisions that were avoidable, mishandled, insufficiently addressed, and never properly owned. Why am I speaking now? Because hope has not yet been extinguished. I believe this newly seated council has an opportunity, in fact, an obligation, to do what previous leadership failed to do, to exercise due diligence, to confront uncomfortable truths, to stop protecting systems instead of people, and to end a long-standing practice of sweeping misconduct under the rug. For me, closure requires three things, and I'll say them plainly: accountability, action, and apology. To this day, I continue to experience anxiety simply driving past this building and the South Russell Police Department. That is the human cost of institutional failure. Accountability begins here with the mayor, with the council, with the police department, with the solicitor, with the fiscal officer, with those who remain and those who have conveniently moved on. Hold yourselves to the standard you expect of the residents here, the ones you serve. Recent events have made it clear this is not an isolated incident. The prior council's vote of no confidence in the mayor did not occur in a vacuum. It occurred because long-standing issues were ignored until they could no longer be hidden. And as this difficult yet hopeful healing begins, let us bear in mind, people who live in glass houses should not throw stones. Sanctimonious behavior is not welcome here. South Russell is a beautiful village. We are fortunate to live here. Sorry. We have some dedicated, hardworking employees, a vibrant community, and much to be proud of. But a polished exterior does not excuse internal rot. What has been concealed for years is now becoming visible, and the community is watching to see whether this council will confront it or continue the pattern of avoidance. Finally, I ask for what never should have been withheld in the first place: an apology. Not a justification, not a deflection, not silence. An apology acknowledges harm. An apology restores dignity. An apology is necessary. It is the necessary first step to restoring trust. While my remarks tonight stem from a deeply personal and painful experience, the events of recent weeks make one fact undeniable. This is not just my issue. This is a village issue. What you choose to do next will determine whether South Russell is governed by accountability or by complicity. Thank you.
We will take your words, which you said, and discuss them, probably privately in an executive session, and I will respond back to you in due time. Anyone else like to speak during the visitor section? I'd like to say I'm thankful that you're all here tonight. We're moving on from the visitor section. We are now at what's called the Mayor's Report. This is the annual State of the Village. My comments are 6 pages long. I do not intend to read them. I do have a couple extra copies if somebody wants to see. I got 4 extra copies if anybody wants. I made some copies if anybody here that wants to see or hear what I'm about to say. First of all, I want to say Happy New Year to everyone. I look forward to working with the 2026 Council to do what is best for our residents. I was disappointed that the previous council passed a resolution that contained some statements based on a lack of firsthand knowledge. I just hope that we're all ready to move on. As we begin this year, I bold and italicized in the packet so that you can see the things that I really feel important. We have two committees, or departments, that really take up a lot of time, and they have a lot of activity. And the other two, we don't want them to have a lot of time or a lot of activity, because we do not want to see any issues in finance or any issue with the safety department. But the other two, the building and the streets, keep us going. To give you some basic background, we're still and always going to be 4 square miles, 4,000 residents, about 1,400 homes. Building department, we tried for three years and 3 different employees, tried to run it at 25 hours a week. It didn't work. Now we're running at about 48 hours a week. Permits, 411 this year, 410 last year. We have the last 2 of the building lots that I think are the building lots available. We got a house going up over there and a house right across here next to the Red Barn. Pavilion rentals are dropping. I don't know why. The process is easier to do. The only big issue that we have in the building department is we've tried software. It seems like every 2 years we're trying to implement new software, and it's not going well. We don't have a solution yet, so we're going to continue to doing what we're doing. I thank you, and some of the people who are sitting here tonight, the people who serve on the ARB, the BZA, and the Planning Commission. They help us out tremendously. They're volunteers. All of the Architecture Review Board people, they get a little bit of a stipend. But we have people that serve on these committees. We have alternates that step in when someone can't be here. And on all these committees, ARB, BZA, and PC, they have to do their homework in advance. They're given materials usually about at least a week ahead of time, and they're expected to go out and visit these sites. Or someone's saying, I'm doing this to my house, they go and take a look at the house. If someone says, I'm putting a shed, they knock on the front door and say, can I walk through your backyard and see where the shed's gonna go? They just do a wonderful job for us. A couple of good things coming in the building department. By Memorial Day, both those new restaurants, Lopez is going to become Daru, and Burntwood's going to become Steak. And this is always my joke. They will always say that they're located in Chagrin Falls, but that's how they get their business. And I think we're all happy the Red Barn has an occupant. We're getting additional office buildings. You hear about office buildings sitting empty. We have people that are still adding on to the office buildings on East Washington. One thing that's left over is take a look at our building code. We have a road called Industrial Parkway, and there's not much industry going on anymore in the building department. Other than that, I'm just happy as can be with the way the building department's going. Street department. 16 months ago, we hired Jim Young, and it was an interesting transition. He had some family issues. I think I talked to him for a month, and he was always at the hospital or in the hospital. But things have worked out. He's came here with a lot of experience. And we had to make changes since the 1990s. So change can be difficult, and it was a few times. But he has turned those now 4 employees into a real team. They are dedicated, hardworking. If you've noticed the snow plowing that's been done by these guys, they get out and they get the job done. The other thing that's going over there, and I advise you all, I think I took Misha and Mary on a walk through there. I think everything in the area, he's picked it up, looked at it, decided we're going to recycle it, or we're going to keep it, and it's been moved. It has been completely, it's a mess right now. It's being completely changed around. And we're also making some needed improvements. Everything else is going well. I think our village looks terrific. Christmas decorations have worked well. And I want to compliment again Jogga Soil and Water, because we were at a logger's head with Wembley and Sherbrooke. neighborhoods that back up to each other, they weren't just functioning. And Jogga Soil and Water came in and got some things done. And every time I see Carmela Shale from Jogga Soil and Water, I compliment her. She's done a great job. We have two things that concern me. That the village engineer and the street commissioner, everyone wants a piece of these guys. So we've got to coordinate somehow, because we've got a plan on how we're going to use them for meetings. The other thing I think we need is the other three departments have a part-time employee works there 1 day a week. I think it's time the street department had someone 1 day a week to assist with running the department. Now, if you're looking and you see 40 different items, no human being can accomplish those 40 different items, and they're all just everything. Some of them may take an hour, some of them could take a couple $1 million to solve. But there's some issues there, and it's just going to be a case of prioritizing what we're going to do with the streets and how much time with these 4 workers and the time of day and what we can get out of the engineers. So it's going to be this is going to be a very exciting year, frankly, with the engineer, with the street commissioners. So they've got a lot going. Safety, I'm very happy to say Chief doesn't have a lot going because we don't want things going. He's getting up to staff. You probably realize it is very difficult to get police officers. But we got 11 full-time and 5 part-time, and there have been some changes there, and he continues to turn new people into members of the team, and things have just been going there. Chief, it seems the words are, it's all quiet, and that's just the way we like it. If we had a wish list, I'd like to connect the building with new bathrooms to the drone room. That would be nice.
I missed that, Mayor. To the what?
To the drone garage, the back of just connect the two. So if you had a hallway and some bathrooms there. Finance, and again, nice not having any attention come their way. Things are just going great. We have no issues with the auditor. I take as a compliment every year. The County Budget Commission questions why we're not spending our money fast enough. We do abuse the finance department, and I hope that we can make improvements this year. Things done at the last minute create stress, the long hours, and we need to do a better job of planning so that we don't continue to thrust problems onto the finance department. We have good people helping us with meter investments. We have good people on finance committees. And we're very happy that we raised taxes 9 years ago. We have lowered taxes twice. So we are in great shape financially, but we also have some big projects coming our way. That's 6 pages in about 10 minutes. I advise you to read it over, think about it, and then we'll start on the process as to what we're really going to do to get this year going. So that's the annual State of the Village report. Any questions of the mayor?
Just one comment. It's not 1846, it's 1848. The building was built.
1846,
48.
48, my bad. Were you there?
No, it's not.
Okay,
Mayor,
next.
Mayor, question.
Yes,
So at the December 29th meeting, we asked you about CBD. I see it's on your list. You said that you were going to come back tonight with answers. Do you have those?
no, I don't. It's still with the finance. Andrew Becker, he's going to have those with me, and we'll not get those until next Wednesday afternoon, the latest.
Chief,
Yes, I have a response from Director DeSico. So what Andrew had given us was an estimate. They gave us 2 estimates. They kind of lowballed it, and after they figured out their finances in the 3rd quarter of the year, that's when they determined the final figure, which was $55,510. So we're off by about $4,500.
okay, but it's almost 16% increase over last year.
Again, well, no, we really didn't have fire only last year because we still had the police
We had police.
mixed into it. So once they redivided the pieces of the pie, they came up with these new figures. So they were close. So in reality, maybe 6% from the previous estimate.
Mayor, did you attend the CBD meeting on August 20th?
I would say, I'm sure I did.
Okay. And did they have a vote to approve the appropriations for 2026 at that meeting?
I don't know, but I would assume so. Do you know?
Okay. I do,
Okay.
okay, because I got the minutes of the meeting. So, do you hold a position with CBD in terms of their board membership?
Yes,
What's that?
I represent South Russell.
Okay. Are you the recording secretary for CBD?
No,
Even though it says it on all the documentation
no, okay, I'm the secretary of the executive committee.
of the executive committee? Okay. So my question is, on August 20th, they approved a budget with an Exhibit A attached to it that had all the costs for us, and yet we didn't hear about it until the chief brought it to our attention 2 weeks ago. Why?
I don't know, it's just our normal business procedure that CBD determines the cost. And I never thought that it was that to bring it to you.
So a cost increase will affect the village, your elected official of the village, you thought it wouldn't be important to bring it to us. It's also around the time that we were investigating Chagrin Valley Fire Department contract, where we're looking at an expense increase. I don't know, Mayor.
I don't understand. Sorry, I don't understand. You went and you represented the village at the CBD meeting, and there was a cost increase, and that cost increase needed to be approved by council. That happened on August 20th. It's January 5th. That contract technically has been in effect since January 1st, and this council has not approved it. How can that be?
You have a response?
At this time, no, I don't have a response.
Our job is to hold you accountable, and you never have a response for us. Never.
On this issue,
You should know right now, you're in those meetings in August, it is January the, what, 5th? You're avoiding the question on purpose.
no,
Okay, so we needed to amend the contract because the original contract with CBD was for police and fire. Now it's for fire only. Okay? Now, this village is now committed to spending $55,000 with no option because it must have CBD in order to have Chagrin Valley Fire Department. Yes, sir.
Sorry to interrupt. So in the response from Nick DeSico today, he said there is no contract with CBD. We passed the membership agreement when we originally joined, so there's no current contract. So we don't have to sign a new contract for fire only at this point.
But that membership agreement includes police, which we no longer have.
Correct.
So it should be amended to only have fire.
That's
And then the question needs to be asked, is there some way that we could go to CVF, to Chagrin Valley Fire Department and say, what would it cost, what would it take for us to come up with a system where you could be dispatched by Geauga Safety, which would cost the village $0? I'm suggesting if we spent $25,000 to come up with a solution, we'd be $30,000 ahead. And we'd be $55,000 or $60,000 ahead next year without having CBD. And yet we haven't done our homework, we haven't approached this issue because we weren't told what was happening from August 20th to this date. you are mad at us because this council passed a resolution of no trust, no confidence on December 29th. Here it is. Add it to the pile.
We're obviously not being represented thoroughly at Chagrin Valley Dispatch because it's not coming back to us. And I honestly, Mayor, I don't think you should be our representative anymore at Chagrin Valley Dispatch. If someone was representing me with the personal matters, they didn't share important information, I'd fire them.
I don't recall, well, I'll have to think about this. But yes, I do represent us with I think it's 34 other communities. And missing a 6% increase, they're telling you. I probably should have done that back then, but it's been just something that we've rolled through year after year after year.
Yet we did report, and I'm looking exactly for it. I believe it's in the 1013 mayor's report. I apologize, I have it here in my notes, but we did report in October that you did attend the meeting, and you talked about the 4 new communities that were joining CVD, but there was no comment regarding the approval of the increased costs. So on one hand, we did report that you were there, but we didn't report anything about the costs. I don't know what we're doing here. Sorry, I don't.
Anything else?
I'd like to bring up something as well for the Chagrin Valley Dispatch information. So I would like us to see or possibly refer to the Finance or Safety Committee some more oversight over how we can save costs if we do continue with Chagrin Valley Dispatch, because they did just have 4 different municipality new agreements that they signed for Strongsville in there. Along with that, they contributed equipment, which should have been reducing costs. Also, they're in the process of trying to consolidate their call centers to one dispatch center, which should also be saving money. So I also would like to see more closely, how is it that we have this cost increase and when are we expecting that to go down?
Okay,
So I don't know if that's something where we can refer to the Finance Committee, or maybe we can have a policy where, we're looking at the accounting for that minimum, semi-annually or quarterly, and set some guidelines for whoever the representative is going to be there, that we have specific reporting expectations for the financials of that.
I think probably the best thing to do is have somebody from CBD who deals with finance to come here to a regular council meeting and talk about it.
We have the finance director. I know they more recently established a finance director.
Yes.
That's probably where some of this cost increase was budgeted for. So could we have that finance director come here
Oh, I
and
would
give us a
think so.
presentation?
Yeah.
Okay.
He could explain just what you said,
Mhm.
how the costs are determined. The 4 new communities coming in, I think the last one will be here in February. And also look at, just come and explain the CBD.
Right.
That's what it is.
Right, because I would certainly like to see, it seems like there are several factors where the cost should be coming down for us,
Mhm.
at least, if not now, in the foreseeable future. So I'd like us to have a process where we can speak with the finance director and hold them accountable to what it is that we're paying for.
I think that should not be an issue at all.
But the other question, and Mike, this puts you on the spot and I'm not intending to. Why can't we have the sheriff do it and still get Chagrin fired?
The original statement by Chagrin Valley Fire was that if Geauga County dispatched our fire department, then Chagrin Valley Dispatch wouldn't know when they're on a call. 2 different radio systems. So it would be a matter of trying to figure out the logistics of simulcasting the radio frequency or dispatching. They use a set of tones to tone out the fire department in Geauga County. I'm not sure how they do it on the Marks system, so they operate off 2 different radio networks. Kind of like our tornado siren, we had a 420 megahertz system and the MARC system. So they're just two different radio networks.
But we had Geauga, was that just for police?
Yeah.
That was just for,
Yeah.
okay, all right.
So the CVD dispatches on the MARC system for the fire department.
Chief, last week on Manor there was an emergency
Mhm.
behind our condo.
Yes.
And I believe Russell Fire was there before Chagrin Falls.
Yeah, and
Now, but, excuse me, but, so if we have two different dispatches, and for some reason, we can't use Geauga dispatch for Chagrin Valley, they seem to be, they were able to communicate.
I'm not saying that they can't. The fire chief's response was that the dispatchers at Chagrin Valley will not know when Geauga sends a call out. So there has to be some sort of a connection there. They have to figure out something in their radio network or their notification system to let the other dispatch center know, hey, they're on a call. I don't think it's impossible. I think it's, something that they would have to do. It's
You could almost
probably-
do an automatic, it's, like emails,
Well, what they have to do now is when we have a call like that, when you have a fire call, it's automatic mutual response. So if you had a fire call, like what we had over in Manor Brook, you would get Chagrin Falls, you would get Auburn, you would get potentially Bainbridge and Russell. So multiple fire agencies, depending on the type of call, will be responding. So CVD has to pick up the phone and call Geauga County. Geauga County then dispatches the other remaining agencies. But to answer the question about response time, yeah, Russell did get there first, but again, Russell would have an easier time getting to Manor Brook, getting to the east end of the village, and Chagrin Falls would have a better time getting to the west end of the village. So, it's, no matter which way you look at it, you're going to have response time difficulties on the opposite side of 306 from both agencies.
Okay,
Could we have another conversation about the Geauga dispatch then? Could we say, within a month or something, have another conversation? Is it possible to use Geauga dispatch?
Yeah, we can certainly set something up to try to have, some sort of a, strategy session where we have CVD, we have Chagrin Valley Fire. I mean, technology-wise, I think we can do it. Just don't know, what the cons would be.
For the edification of our new members, and correct me if I'm wrong, solicitor, but, so we have an agreement with CDD for 2026. If we would find a way to opt out of it, we have to do that by July 1st
For next year.
for next year.
Next year, that's great.
Right. Otherwise, we have to continue to pay as we did for police because we opted out after the July date last year, I believe it was.
Yeah.
So we ended up having to pay for the entire year, even though we weren't using their services because that's the way their agreement is. So if we're gonna figure something out, July 1st is the drop dead date.
I'll start making phone calls. I'll reach out to CVD
Okay.
and the fire department and we'll get the conversations rolling.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And could we arrange for the finance director to give us some further information
Yeah.
on that so that if we can have a full picture of the justification for the cost increase now and what we'd be expecting with the next annual contract if we recontract with them.
I will try to have him here on February the 2nd,
Okay, and then maybe
if he can come and explain CVD financing.
it would be good to get a breakdown of what, a little further detail on what the cost increase percentage is.
Okay? Anything else? Where, at the appointment of the street commissioner for 2026, this caught me by surprise, but I guess it's something we should have been doing every year. So I'd like to make a motion to appoint Tim Young as the street commissioner for 2026.
So moved.
So moved. Do we have a second?
Second.
Mary.
Second. Discussion.
And who's, I'm sorry,
Ruth.
Renzelman, okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I have to learn new voices.
Okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Congratulations, you're on, you have the title. All right, we're at council organization. Who's doing the 2026 calendar?
Okay, so I'll jump in and say we have 3 issues now because we've changed our council meeting dates. So we have the next council meeting, which happens to be MLK Day. We have February 16th, which is President's Day, and September 7th, which is Labor Day. The village offices are closed each of those days. So the first thing we need to do is, I think, move those council meeting dates.
Those are the holiday dates?
Yeah, yep. January 19th, February 16th, and September 7th.
And that's the Monday? So
That's
they
the
want-
Monday.
So I'll make a loose motion that says maybe we jump ahead one day. Do you want the specific dates listed?
So you want Tuesday,
Tuesdays.
Tuesday.
Yeah,
So that would mean Tuesday, January 20th, Tuesday, February 17th, and Tuesday, September 8th for council meetings.
those dates, so moved.
Second.
Do we have a second?
Second.
We do. Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We now have the 2026 calendar, holiday meeting dates. Okay, President Pro Tem, do we have a motion, or do we have a nominee for the President Pro Tem?
Thank you very much, Mayor. At this time, I would like to nominate Councilman Christopher Berger for the position of President Pro Tem of South Russell Council.
Second,
It's been moved and seconded. Do we have any other nominees? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. President Pro Tem, now we switch seats. President Pro Tem always sits to the right of the mayor, and then it goes by seniority.
Either way.
Yeah, for all of my stuff.
Go to stretch.
So, we should, Mary, you both got elected at the same time. One of you go on the other side of Ruth, and one of you on the other side of Chris Bell. What do you prefer, right or left?
Which side?
From that way, okay.
we'll just switch.
Don't drink my diet.
I don't get my
Bye, Danielle.
chair from the grant.
Thank you, appreciate it.
This one, but I can't reach across.
Chris has like 19 Diet
I was
Cokes, so
gonna
it's
say,
gonna
I'm
take a
not
while.
It's
It's
laptop.
She said most doctors don't recommend pause anymore, but
Yeah.
We'll get to that later. So that's the second.
put that on the agenda.
I stopped drinking and I'll get very healthy and die.
Right? If he's a president. I know, this is nice.
You good?
Stretch.
Yeah, class or not.
Wait, you wanna come here?
Oh, jeez, this is serious. Who do I have? Chris.
Oh.
Well, this is really fun. Okay. It's the president. I always stack it up over here. Knock it on the head.
Wake up, Eric.
Took me 6 years to get on the right side.
I started on the right side.
Okay, next we're at committee assignments, committee chairs, committee meetings schedule. Who's handling this?
President Pro Tem, do you want to have?
I can start with this. So, the fiscal officer asked each council member to make recommendations as to which committee they wanted to be a part of. I'll hand you those, which are, this was my rough cut. And you can take a look at those and decide if those make sense.
Meaning we'd be three each.
Actually, because we've added two more council committees, and we've added an additional council member to each committee, we end up with part of the team having 5 and part of the team having 4 committees.
I don't have enough to do to begin with.
Nope. But,
Thank you for doing it, Chris.
and there's, we've seen that before.
Yeah. Got your highlighters.
All right, can we do all these at once? Do we have a committee meeting scheduled?
No, we have no schedule at this point.
Okay. Now, but if we have a motion to
Hold
approve.
on. No, wait, no, we're talking about
We're
this.
still discussing these committees, right?
Yep,
Let's go, we do one committee at a time,
sure.
because I appreciate your thoughts, but let's make sure everybody truly wants to serve there. If it's agreeable. Okay,
Start with properties.
okay.
Everybody okay with that?
I'm good with that. Jerry,
Mary,
welcome.
Down there.
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
This is number 5, okay.
HR,
Do you want me back?
I can get you off if you want to, if you don't want to be on the committee, because Mr. Bell would love to be on
Put
HR.
Bell back on HR. Do you want it, Chris?
Yeah.
Okay, you get it back. That means I'll have to take one of his.
Yeah,
We'll be in HR.
Thank you.
okay, so then finance.
Hold on.
Oh, yes, yeah, I'm
Let's make
good.
sure
I'll
Meryl's
stay,
good.
yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Okay, finance. And then we should
Good
go on
with
to that.
finance?
Yeah.
Jerry?
I'm good with that.
Okay, streets.
Now, I would prefer safety.
Okay,
I would prefer, I suggest.
I would do streets.
Okay.
okay, so
Take Jerry off.
Jerry goes there, and
There he goes.
Mary goes the streets.
Okay,
Okay, that works.
that works.
Public utilities.
Do we
Wait,
do
we're on
safety?
safety.
Safety, well, I didn't know, are we good with safety then?
Well, Jerry wants to
I-
go on this, so I could come on.
I was interested in being on the safety committee,
Okay.
and I don't think council member Rensel had that as a top choice either.
No,
I don't
well,
know.
she's gonna go to streets,
Okay,
Jerry's gonna go to safety.
I would like safety. And so we switch Mary for Misha on safety?
Then we have 4.
That would give us 4 numbers there.
I'm sorry, Mary wishes to stay on safety?
No,
No.
no,
We moved
But-
around.
Canton would move down to safety,
Okay,
and Russell would move up the streets, but we've also got Alexander in the mix. Okay, well, let's see what happens.
Let's come back. Safety.
Yeah, let's go to public utilities.
that is gonna be huge, so I'm glad if you wanna do that with me.
Happy to do
All
that.
right.
Hold on, I'm reading our list.
Does somebody else want public utilities?
Mary, you,
That's fine. Or do you want to go on?
if you want to go on, I'll
I'm
go on.
I'm open to, okay.
Hold on, we're checking some numbers over here.
Okay.
That's all right,
We're
take
getting
your
some
time.
tabulations.
No, we need to get this right.
If you're interested in public utilities, I can come off. I saw that was on your list.
Yeah.
Okay.
4? Okay,
Is that-
So
I could do
you're
that.
off, Chris Bell?
I'm off.
Okay.
So we'd be Berger, Kavanaugh, Renzel, public utilities, is that right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
Then building,
I'm still good with building. Jerry, are you interested or not?
That's fine.
Those are early meetings. Are they gonna be earlier for you?
Well, I can't make
we're gonna have to.
So afternoon.
3:15 the earliest.
How about Misha? What are your thoughts?
If Dave's around, we'll work with that.
Yeah,
I'm open to building, but I would prefer being on the safety
Yeah.
committee.
Okay. So that's a question mark. We moving on to bikes or no?
Yep, bikes.
Anyone else want to go on there?
No, but I usually attend the meetings anyway, so.
That would make it a council meeting though, so we'd have to be careful, because there'd be 4 of us.
I was a person sitting there, remember? It's just a people.
Oh,
Ask John Buda.
You'd have to notice it as a special council meeting, and possibly also then a bike pedestrian safety, so joint.
joint meeting.
I couldn't hear you, Brady.
Yeah, I think you'd have to actually maybe notice it as a joint meeting, a special council meeting, because if you have 4 council members there, and then if you have.
So it would be a joint of what?
Of council,
Oh.
because you'd have 4 council members, so a majority of council, and then you'd also have the bike pedestrian safety committee.
So maybe I just shouldn't show and should just watch
Do
it.
you want to serve?
No, I just usually show up at them regardless,
Okay.
because I was interested. Do we YouTube those? We don't, do we?
Well, that's,
Oh, we may, it's on the agenda.
I better count how many I'm on. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm trying to do. And Mr. Bell, if we excuse you from safety,
Okay,
then that gets us down to 3, and that gets you back down to a more manageable number of,
all right, that was my number 1, but for the
for the good of the
for the
group.
good of the group, so Misha
Okay.
can get her feet wet, I'll remove myself from safety.
Okay,
Mike's gonna have a committee of women.
and then, any issues on admin and technology?
That and finance get this out of me. Don't even put me there.
Okay. Okay, so can I read what I have and
Sure.
see where we're at?
Sure.
and then you'll have to also decide chairs.
So properties, Kavanaugh, Canton, and Rensselaer. Human Resources, Berger, Bell, and Rensselaer. Finance, Canton, Berger, and Alexander. Streets is
Rental.
Rensselaer, Berger, and Canton,
No, Bell.
Bell, sorry, I crossed out the line, that's why I'm doing this. Okay, Bell, Rensselaer, and Berger on streets. Safety is Kavanaugh, Alexander, and Rensselaer.
Hang on.
Jerry.
You can't.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Safety is, say that again, please. Is Canton?
Ken,
Kavanaugh and Alexander.
and Alexander, okay, thank you. Canton, that's why I read through it. Public utilities, Berger, Kavanaugh, and Rensselaer. Building, Kavanaugh, Canton, and Alexander. Bike safety, Bell, Rensselaer, and Alexander. And admin tech, Berger, Alexander, and Bell.
does anybody have 2 minutes?
I'm good with 4. Does anybody have 5? And
Yeah, there are 3 of us who have 5.
you have 5? Do you have 5?
Yeah.
Who's the other one with 5? Mary? Are you good with that?
I'd love to share one.
Which one would you like to get rid of?
I'd like to get rid of it. This is fun. Okay. Let's get rid of-
Department heads will not be insulted.
At all.
I don't know, where does somebody want to jump in? Who has
With
one?
that huge public utilities, I'm wondering, Jerry, with your vast experience.
No, I'm fine, exactly.
We noticed.
Where are you? You're on properties?
Do they all
Okay.
have to have three? I mean,
They don't, remember, it's a minimum of two,
Two,
to a
yeah,
maximum of
maximum
three.
three,
You
right,
don't
right.
have to have three on
or
any of the committee.
if you have three on the committee, but Mary can't make it, you
We have
have two.
two, so that way we still can have the committee meetings.
That may be good, so maybe we leave it.
So we have flexibility. Um,
Speak now or forever hold your peace?
Well, why don't we let it roll and we'll see what happens, and if we have a problem, we'll come back and we'll make adjustments.
You want to have new council members as chairs.
No, and that was, I was trying to avoid that, so let's,
I'm gonna give it
Okay.
to someone else.
Kevin, Keaton,
The chair, yeah.
Val as the,
I don't want the chair.
Chris, you're on streets, is that correct?
I am on streets.
Okay, so he can chair streets. Canton's on safety, and he can chair safety.
You're good.
Yeah, and then we're good. Okay, so the chairs would be, properties is Kavanaugh, HR is Berger, finance is Canton, streets is Bell, safety is Canton, public utilities is Berger, building is Kavanaugh, bike safety is Bell, and admin tech is Berger, and those chairs are for 2026.
Nice work. Thank you. Thank you, all six. All punches thrown.
So the next step will be for the committees to have to decide when their first meeting is and come up with.
They can let me know.
Right. We're gonna have to
They're gonna have to figure out when they're.
figure it out and,
Can we stay after and kind of talk about times? That would help tonight.
If you don't close the meeting.
Right.
Well, we'll
We have
just,
to have it
that's
in.
fine. We can do it at the end of the
we'll leave
meeting.
the meeting open
Yeah.
and
Yep.
we will have that discussion.
But we do need a motion for the appointment.
So I move to, do I have to read them again?
That probably would be.
Okay, I move to appoint council members to the following committees. Properties, Chair Kavanaugh, Canton and Rensselaer. Human Resources, Chair Berger, Bell and Rensselaer. Finance, Chair Canton, Berger and Alexander. Streets, Chair Bell, Rensselaer and Berger. Safety, Chair Canton, Kavanaugh and Alexander. Public Utilities, Chair Berger, Kavanaugh, and Rensselaer. Building, Chair Kavanaugh, Canton, and Alexander. Bike Safety, Chair Bell, Rensselaer, and Alexander. Admin Technology, Chair Berger, Alexander, and Bell. So moved.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved to discuss, these are the committee assignments and the committee chairs. This does not include the committee meeting schedule. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Committee meeting schedule will be determined later this evening. Next, we have the appointment of the council representative to the planning commission. We have a nominee.
I make a motion to nominate Ruth Kavanaugh to the Planning Commission.
I'll take it. Thank you.
It's been moved and seconded. Do we have any other nominations? All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Ruth, congratulations, you're now on the planning commission.
Thank you.
Our meeting this month is not going to be held, so we're looking at February. Next is a motion to acknowledge receipt and review of council rules. Anybody want to do that one?
I move that we acknowledge, that all of us acknowledge receipt and review of council rules. So moved.
Moved by Kavanaugh, seconded by
I'll second.
Canton. Discussion?
Yeah, so in the council rules, they have not been updated for actions that were taken in December.
In November.
I'm sorry, in November. So,
Right, that's-
subject to those revisions, then I would say we're good to go.
So what happened was those rules were the ones that are posted online by the publisher, and they only do that every so
Once a
often,
year.
once a year. So they just haven't yet updated the online, but obviously our ordinances were
they were emergencies, so they were passed immediately, and they went into effect immediately, with the exception of the meeting date changing January 1st of 2026. So if you want to do the rules, adopt the rules that are in the codified ordinances on the publisher's website is fine, with the exception of, and then I would say maybe rule, with respect to the ordinance passed 2025-73 and 2025-72.
I revised my motion to that. Is that okay, Danielle?
Yeah, it's all recorded. so-
Thank you.
Seconded.
Been moved and seconded. Discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. We're at the motion to hold trick or treat on October 31st, 2026 from 6 to 8 p.m. Do we have a motion?
That seems late. Don't we want 5 to 7 for the little kids?
We-
If it's dark.
It's always-
We've always done 6 to 8. Frankly, that's what Chagrin does, is 6 to 8.
It doesn't
Okay.
really get dark until a little after 7.
Yeah.
And the little ones are usually back home.
That's a Sunday.
Okay,
afternoon.
move. Trick or treat, October 31st, 2026, from 6 to 8.
It's been
It's a
moved by
Saturday.
Kavanaugh, seconded by
Seconded.
who got it?
Doesn't matter.
Burger.
Berger. All, discussion, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, trick or treats in. Motion to hold the Veterans Breakfast, date, time, and location.
Do we have a date for that, Mayor?
Date, if you want to do it normally, it'd be November the 9th at 9 o'clock.
At Sleepy Rooster, right?
Can we have this and the yard sale, maybe the trash day reviewed by a committee?
Yeah.
To set parameters for how it's going to be run, how it's going to be organized.
So we don't need a motion at this point? Okay,
So
so,
which committee should we assign that to? Is that an admin thing?
Yes.
Okay.
But if you wait on the trash day, we're already on Department of Aging's calendar. They've called and asked. And that is what, April 26th?
20, I think it's
25.
Whatever the Saturday is.
Right
April
They
25.
sent an email with that date.
The Department of Aging?
Yeah.
22nd. So that's the week.
Aging
that
always
we
wants
go
to know early on because they have all 16 townships and 5 villages to pick up from. And so that's what that's about.
They come here, and then we pick up with seniors.
Oh, what's our review? We can just go with April 26th. no?
Yeah.
Okay. And then what do? Usually the yard sale is the week previous, Mayor? I think?
Yes.
Yeah.
April the 18th.
So just for some framework there.
And when is the Veterans Breakfast usually? 11?
November the 9th,
November 9th.
9 o'clock, Sleepy Rooster. Okay, let's go back to the first one now. Motion to hold Veterans Breakfast. Did someone do that motion?
We're going to send it to committee to discuss.
Senate Committee to, okay, so we don't need to do anything else for these next 3 items.
And we'll get it done in January and get it set.
Okay. Fiscal Officer, the floor is yours.
We do have one more thing. We've, in air, didn't have it on the agenda. Usually council designates somebody, to do their public records training, because every elected official is required to do 3 hours of public records training by the state. As always, I strongly encourage everybody to do it. It's once per term, it's 3 hours training. If you do it online, they break it up into smaller sections. But usually council will designate me to do it on their behalf to make sure you meet the requirements, even though I strongly suggest everybody do it on their own. But
So
usually
you're,
we make a motion, but
to make you the public records training person?
So I've historically been very, very against having us have a representative do it. I believe the public officials should do it themselves
On their
as a refresher.
But does that make Danielle responsible to say, did you get it done? Is that all that is?
well, so I would have to do it on your behalf, but I do think it's good that you do it because it talks about sunshine law and the rules, and then it would assist you in making sure you,
This is what we had to sign off on last year, for example.
well, that was fraud training. That's 8 minutes of fraud training. This is 3 hours, but you have 4 years to do it in your turn. But it helps you understand what the sunshine laws are, what public records are, and it will I think help you stay in compliance, and there's always changes and tweaks. So I do encourage all elected officials to do it.
Okay,
It's
council,
not that bad.
yeah, council, what do you feel? Do you want to be responsible for yourselves or have Danielle?
I think so, yeah.
And then when you do them, if you get me your certificates, because when we get audited, that's a part of the audit, so.
Okay,
We have a watch party.
So once every 4 years?
Once every term, once every
Every
4
term.
years. Mhm.
So
So
I've done it,
you did it, so you're good, so it's gonna be Val Renaissance, the four that were elected have 4 years,
so
get it done.
I'm already done, so I can be the rep. 'Cause,
Okay,
So no need to do that.
okay,
So you got out of that. Good
I
for
do
you.
it anyway, because I.
Anything else under council organization? Fiscal officer, the floor is yours.
I don't really have anything to report, as it's only the 5th of the month, and, but just to let you know, the UAN software, it's going pretty well still, and, working through getting in my 26 budget and starting on the POs, and it really is very intuitive. I feel bad for Ruth in the building department because she hasn't been so lucky, but, things are going well, but with it only being the 5th of the month, I don't have December closed out, so hopefully by the next meeting, everything will be closed out and the reports will be distributed.
Questions of our fiscal officer?
yeah. Danielle, we asked at a previous meeting whether the software package you have has a corollary to the building department. Did you ask that question then?
No, I didn't. I'll
Okay, because obviously we're gonna be looking for
right.
new software for the building department.
But I did ask somebody, but he didn't know, so I didn't take it further.
Okay, that's all right, thank you. I just remind you.
Okay.
Any other questions of the fiscal officer? Finance committee?
Thank you very much, Mayor. Finance met on December the 11th, 2025. The minutes were sent to you, your electronic packets. Any questions? Okay. Checks were signed on the 29th and this evening, and they were cross-checked. And we close out the year with that. Later on this evening, Finance will determine when our next meeting will be, but that meeting will be in January. That's all I have.
Questions of the finance committee? Hearing none. Solicitor, the floor is yours, and welcome back for another year.
2 years.
2 years, pardon me. Glad you're here.
That's all right. It is just a year. I just want to draw everyone's attention to one of the rules of council. So it's 220.04. It talks about the order of business. And it talks about the agenda for council meetings. We need to include the 2 new committee, that 2 new standing committees on that agenda. So we can look at it, but it's again 220.04. It's A5, and it talks about the reports. And it starts with the mayor, then it goes to the fiscal officer. At one time, we had a fiscal auditor. We might want to decide whether or not to keep that or not. Finance committee, then solicitor, then engineer, then street commissioner, street committee, building committee, police chief, safety committee, and so on. The point is that we have to add now the reports from the 2 new committees that are now standing committees for the bike pedestrians, the bike pedestrian safety committee and the admin technology.
Is this
So it's just,
Go ahead.
no, it's just something to think about. We do need to probably include that now in our agenda, and we would have to amend that ordinance.
Can you have us a revised
Of course.
agenda so we know what we're talking about at the meeting on the 20th?
Can do.
Okay, good catch. Thank you.
That's it.
Questions of the solicitor? Hearing none. Eric, again, glad you're here and welcome back.
Thank you, Mayor.
Floor
I
is
have
yours.
a few updates on current projects. Bell East paving. We have an ODOT scope meeting scheduled for January 12th. Danielle, is a Monday, or it's next Monday. I will be attending along with at least one other rep from my office who's on the ODOT design team, and the village, and ODOT and NOACA and OPWC. Everybody gets together to kind of do a scope meeting, which is more like a kickoff meeting where we talk about here's what we're going to build. Again, we're holding that virtually. It's hosted by ODOT and it's on January 12th. Good news for the salt storage building. I finally got a third revision of the plans. back from CMG late in December. As council might recall, we were struggling with some design issues and some footer size requirements that were, in my opinion, getting a little bit out of control. We managed to get that reined back in to our original scope. We're modeling our salt storage building loosely after the Orange Village salt storage building. And this third design revision looks much, much closer to that, and it keeps our costs within our awarded contract amount. So win-win. CMG will have the revised plan set to the building department for review and approval this week. Just a loose look ahead of schedule for the salt storage building. CMG, contractor, is looking to start footer work and excavation February or March, depending on weather construction window. The building will go up in April, and we're gonna wait until the end of, we're gonna finish pouring the concrete pad that goes around. It's the last thing that needs to happen, and we wanna make sure we have good concrete pouring weather for that. So we're looking at an opening or completion of the building the end of May 2026.
But we got salt coming by April 30th, so what say you, street commissioner?
Well, judging by the way this winter's going so far, we will be ordering that salt fill for 2027.
Okay. Sounds good, because that's about 2 months later than what we.
Correct.
Okay.
So my third project for updating council on is the Hemlock Culvert project. We're gonna have our contractor starting out there Monday, January 12th. Everything will be finished and buttoned up, road opened by January 30th, well within our OPWC allowance for spending the money. So also good news on that front. And I say we're gonna finish and open the road January 30th. It's probably a 2-week project, so I've got about a week in there of float for weather delays and everything else. So it could be earlier than that.
So we have to let Russell Township know, correct?
Correct.
Or do you, I don't know how we do this. They
Tim and
do-
I can work that out.
Because that's a whole traffic nightmare for the people driving on Walters Road
Correct.
and previous.
Correct. We will set up a detour. We actually will set up the detour in advance and just have everything bagged, and we can get a notification out to everybody in advance before we take the bags off the signs and have the official detour.
So this is a week from today. Starts
Correct.
a week from today. All right.
Eric, do you have a detour route planned?
Yes. I'll have CMG print that out and forward it to Safety and Streets Committee.
So it's going to be 87 or Bell Road. Those are going to be your closest.
Correct.
Yeah. All right. Great.
And we'll keep the road closure to absolute minimum. They think it's gonna only take 2 weeks. I've got 3 weeks built in just because I like to have a little bit of conservative flow there.
And nonetheless, there will be comments on the computer about why are they closing another road?
We're doing our best to fix drainage problems at the absolute least inconvenience to the public. That's all I can say.
Oh, I know.
And we will send out a text to those people in that area that will affect.
Great. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
And barring questions, that's what I've got.
That's enough.
I think so too.
Questions of the engineer?
Thank you. You've had a lot on your platter. It's not a plate, it's a platter.
In fact, this should just be a terrific year. I think you should have.
Oh, we should get a ton done this year. I'm really looking forward to this year.
Get a little cot or something, you could just spend the night.
Sure, we got enough space under the table here.
Questions of the engineer? Hearing none, we're street commissioner.
So I was out of the office for most of December. I did not see it, but I do have facts that we mainly focused on plowing snow, the large snow events that kept happening. We also planted the 3 pine trees at the corner. Those are installed. We started to reorganize and restructure our garage, and we've been working on throughout this, in between snow events. We've spread in December 210 tons of salt, and as of today, in January, we've spread another 50 tons of salt. So there's 500 tons of salt on order now to replenish our empty bin, to say. That's pretty much what we have.
Questions of the street commissioner?
No, just together, did we get the cemetery gate info from you guys so that I can call on that and get reimbursed? That, I don't know where that is.
It's already in the works. I'm not sure, did we receive a check yet?
Oh, great,
Yeah.
thank you, thank you so much.
Any other questions of the street commissioner? Street committee?
Street committee, which I've just been taken off of, we met on December 11th. I submitted a report. Does anybody have any questions? And I never want to see another Thanksgiving to New Year's Eve like we saw this year. Give me a break and give me a thaw in between.
Questions of the street committee? Hearing none?
Wait. So what's going on with the doors?
Oh, the doors.
What do we need to do?
So
Garage doors.
the garage doors, the contractor that gave us the lowest price stopped in today because at the meeting we talked about double checking that number to make sure that.
That we got the correct
it
door.
was the number. He looked it over, he feels confident. The only difference that he noticed that he did not do was thermal pane glass instead of just a tempered glass.
What's the thermal? It doesn't get that white cloudy stuff or what?
No, it's just a thinner pane of glass. So he's going, I said, you know, he feels it won't make a difference in the door as far as our values, you know, you won't notice a noticeable difference. From an aesthetics point of view, you won't notice the difference either. So I asked him, I said, well, if you could give me a price to upgrade that as well. He, on his own, upgraded our hinges anyway. So the hinges that were bid by everybody were actually a little lighter hinge than what he automatically quoted. So that is just waiting the approval of the board council.
So is this, these changes are gonna change the quote that we got, that was the one for the 27,954.
Correct.
So do we know how much more?
He came out today and gave us that. He,
Do you have it?
I don't have today's new quote yet, so. Which only, he said is no for the glass. I won't have that exact number before, but.
I don't want to wait another 2 weeks.
No, he'll be quick about it.
Okay, but council won't meet until the 20th. Council needs to approve this.
So we could, I mean, would it be wise to say not to exceed?
I'd rather not do that in public meeting. He can watch and put his bid at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we need this new bid. We have a meeting on the 20th. He's not gonna be doing anything until now, after the 20th, is he?
No, as far as,
This, it's not gonna be.
As far as installing.
No.
oh, no.
Yeah.
No, he came today, looked it over, and
So if we get the new bid, we can take action on the 20th.
correct,
And the second garage door that busted, that one's fixed?
no,
So we're just down one door?
correct.
All right.
We moved the backhoe in front of that door because it's winter time. We don't use the backhoe much during, so.
So was
it's
it,
not such a-
so the current new door, was the glass placement supposed to be down one that's out here?
Yes, so the contractor that put that door in ordered it for the second panel down, but for some reason he said it's on the wrong panel, so he reordered. So as soon as that comes in, he'll.
And looking at the quotes, looks like they're all the same door that we have.
Same model, everything was the
Yeah.
same. I actually took the door model, everything from this door that we have, and that is, I provided that to each of the bidders.
And then, of course, the other important thing is you guys are the painters.
To be determined if you want to paint them green or leave them white.
No, they're not staying
That's-
white. We're going back to green. We're staying green.
Let's think about that.
I did.
Everything else is everything else is white. Chiefs, the drone garage is white. The sheds are white. Roof, the business department is white. White holds up very well.
I like green. What does anybody else say?
I think they should be paying black and gold.
Jerry?
Okay.
After all installed.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't change the color anyway until it's together. So we have plenty of time to look it over.
Okay.
Good
All right.
story.
Any other questions, Ruth? You're on this as a street committee.
No, does anybody else have any questions on the
Questions for the
street?
street committee?
I do, just one. These aren't bids, right? They're just quotes.
Correct.
I just want to make sure, okay, just to see what we need to review. Yep.
Okay. Nothing else on the street committee? Ruth, you're on for the building committee.
Building committee met on December 18th. The biggest thing, the very biggest, is to get poor Ruth Griswold happy with what she has as a program to submit. And she went into some real detail on that at our meeting. What they had with CityServe, it would line up and send an immediate something to Danielle, and that's not happening now. There's multiple copies. So if you get a good answer back, Danielle, if we can add that to yours and it works.
I don't think they do, because I did ask that gentleman, but I will do some more digging.
So I'm not sure what we're gonna do, but what we have is not working. It's not working at all. She's very frustrated and she's wasting a lot of time, and we're behind with certain items that I'm not gonna go into details right now. That's number one. And Ruth does a fabulous job, both Ruth and Dave do, and so I want them happy as clams in the ocean over there. The other thing that we're looking at is our fee structure for buildings, remodels, et cetera, don't necessarily match what Dave Hosevar has to go out and do. And if he has to re-inspect, we don't have that covered. So I've looked up Bainbridge, Russell, and Chagrin Village. And of course, everyone's is different. Some of them are by visit, which they have a small stipend on there. That still didn't match what we would do. And a lot of them, I'm gonna have to print them out, but it was so vastly different. Look at homes by square foot. So I'd be the clear winner here with 900 square feet. You get a big house. That's very different. And I don't know if we wanna go that way. We may wanna do kind of a one size fits all. But I will have those before the next meeting, and we'll get going on those because they do need to be updated. That's my report. Buildings, questions?
Questions of the building committee?
Well, as long as you're doing a review, accepting credit cards.
Oh, that was huge, wasn't it? Yeah.
And I think you should look at the other communities around us and see, I mean, with the idea of getting away from handling cash.
Well, and Ruth was already on top of that. Most of the surroundings accept credit cards, and it's just easier.
Okay, and then we have to set our fee schedule accordingly to,
With 3%
for
extra.
the cost of
Yeah.
the credit cards and all that. But it's just safer and a better plan.
Thank you for reminding me.
Also, Ruth, you wanted to be able to have online applications.
We don't have that now? Everything
So-
needs to change.
It's on Ruth's list. Okay, questions of the building committee? Chief, again, you're up.
Thank you. Something occurred today at the police department. It was an avalanche off of the solar panels that almost took my administrative assistant out today. We really need to talk about this in public utilities, safety. It's becoming a problem. So the snow started melting and the snow came right off Christy was about to get out of the car and she saw it coming down. So she had to stop what she was doing. 30 seconds and she would have been under it. It's just a massive amount of snow that comes off at a time and it's uncontrollable unless we go up there with a broom and try to wipe these things off. It's impossible. We just got to figure out what to do going forward.
I got hit by that going through the bank line today
Oh, yeah?
on David's Civic, but it lived. I thought the windshield cracked. That's
Yeah,
scary.
it's pretty heavy and it's a dangerous situation.
So the solar panels just kind of collect it?
They collect it and it accumulates, and as soon as the sun comes out, it warms up the solar panels, and then the snow just comes rushing off.
Okay.
So we gotta take a look at that.
I'm
If
real
there's
glad she wasn't
maybe
hurt.
something we could build, like a barrier, but that will defeat the purpose because the snow will never come off, and we would not be generating any electricity, so
How long have we had those?
2 years. This
Not
is,
quite
this will be
2
year
years.
number 2.
Okay.
So they just
So last
started,
year?
we just started them in January. We put them in late 2024. So it started functioning in January. I still don't really have a good accurate number on really what we're truly generating. The people at First Energy I've spoken to are out of the office, or I'm sorry, left messages with people that are out of the office. So if I get a message back, I'll try to come up with a better figure on what we're actually generating.
So those are on the back side, they're on the south side of the building, so I'm being serious, when there's snow up there, should we use the front entrance and exit?
I mean, we have to take the police cars in and out, and when the snow
So same
comes down,
problem.
it kind of builds up a speed bump, and we can't get the cars out sometimes if they ice over. So we're constantly out there shoveling and trying to clear the snow that continues to fall off. So it didn't work out real well.
Okay, I'm glad she wasn't hurt.
She's good.
Anything else, chief?
That's it.
Good, thank you. Safety committee,
Safety committee met for a candidate interview on the 29th. Nothing to report on that at this time. No one else. That's all I have for safety.
questions of the safety committee? Hearing none. HR committee,
I have nothing to report for the HR committee. Anything from Councilman Berger.
questions from the HR committee? Property committee,
Properties met on December 18th. As I recall, the minutes were in your packet. I think the biggest issue going forward is to review the holiday lighting and the program. I think we all think it was a success.
It's beautiful.
It was costly, and we need to talk about those costs and, come up with a plan for 2026. But other than that, nothing else to report.
And a plan to store all that stuff. Oh, buildings, that'll be great.
questions of the properties committee? Hearing none, we have the park committee.
Park Committee did not meet, but I have a motion here to untable the motion to appoint Greg Steen to the Park Committee for a 4-year term beginning 1/1/26 and expiring 12/31/2029.
We need a second.
Second.
Thank you.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the motion is untabled.
Consider a motion to approve to appoint Greg Steen to the Park Committee for a 4-year term beginning 1/1/26 and expiring 12/31/29. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Greg's on the park committee. We have public utilities committee.
Okay, thank you very much, Mayor. Former council member Mark Porter developed these minutes from our December 11th, 2025 meeting that was sent to the packets electronically. Any questions? Okay, that's all I have for now.
Questions of the public utility committee? Hearing none. Ordinance and resolution. This is selling personal property. This is a normal thing we do, just to get rid of stuff. I imagine it's a lot of stuff coming out of the street commissioner's office. The chief's got stuff. Who would like to make this motion?
I'll do it. Introduce and consider for adoption a resolution expressing the intent to sell personal property not needed by for the public use by internet auction through GovDeals and/or eBay and declaring an emergency. Move to waive readings.
Second.
Roll call.
Alexander.
Aye.
Bell.
Aye.
Berger.
Aye.
Canton.
Aye.
Kavanaugh.
Aye.
Renzel.
Aye.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Alexander.
Move for adopting.
Say aye.
Oh, aye.
Bell.
Aye.
Berger.
Aye.
Canton.
Aye.
Kavanaugh.
Aye.
Renzel.
Resolution passes. Next one, we need amend the village code of ordinances, public records policy. Who would like to do that one?
I'll do that.
Okay,
Introduce and consider for adoption an ordinance amending section 220.02 of the Village of South Russell's codified ordinances to provide that the public record policy is found in Appendix B of the village's employee handbook and declaring an emergency. Moved away further readings.
Second.
roll call.
Alexander,
Aye.
Bell,
Aye.
Berger,
Aye.
Canton,
Aye.
Kavanaugh,
Aye.
Renzel,
Motion to adopt.
Second.
Alexander,
Aye.
Bell,
Aye.
Berger,
Aye.
Canton,
Aye.
Kavanaugh,
Aye.
Renzel.
Ordinance passes. We are at the payments list. And Jerry,
Okay, thank you very much, Mayor. We have two. Motion to ratify the payment listing of 12/15/25 in the amount of $112,811.51.
need a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion passes. Thank you, Jerry. We are,
No, we have one more.
another one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Motion to ratify the payments listing of 12/29/25. I'm sorry, 12/31/25, the amount of $59,847.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the motion passes. We are at new other.
New other, Alexander.
Oh, do you want to do these motions first?
Oh, that's
Okay. Motion, we need to approve Ruth's going to be absent.
So, Mayor, before we do,
Mhm.
I will be absent as well on February 2nd, so if it's two council members, I don't, do we want to move the meeting, or are we okay to go with 4? We can't do very much, can we?
You
We can
you
approve a
can't-
motion,
You just can't wait reading.
we can't waive readings. Whatever.
Okay. Do you want to move that meeting up to January the 26th? Ruth, would that help you?
I think so. Hold on.
Chris, would
I
that
can
help?
do the 26th.
I can't do the 26th.
Okay,
But that would give us 5 if everybody else here. Hold on. I can do the 26th.
okay, so we'd be moving the meeting to the 26th, and then
So
we
you're gonna
have
have
to.
a meet, just so you are
We
aware,
have
you're
on
meeting
the
on the
20th.
20th, on a Tuesday,
Yeah,
because of the holiday, and then you're gonna have a meeting on Monday.
it's a little close.
And then you have a big break until February. Was it 16th? Okay.
So we're talking about moving the February meeting back to the 26th. Okay.
Well, but the problem is we already have one on the 20th.
I
So
see.
it's 6 days later, and then we don't have another meeting until
16.
the 17th of February.
February 3rd? Next day, Tuesday.
I won't be here, but you would have
When
5.
you come back.
I will be back for the February 17th meeting.
Okay. I come back on February 4th, so I'm available on the 5th. From then on, I don't have a problem, but
Okay,
Is everybody else here on the 5th besides me?
Yep, that should be
so
okay.
February, Mary, you can make it on February the 5th?
I can.
Anybody else going to miss on February the 5th? All right, so we will move the February the 2nd meeting goes to February the 5th,
We need a motion.
okay? February this, okay. All right, we're ready for a motion to move the February the 2nd meeting to February the 5th. Do we have a motion?
so moved.
Moved. We need a
Second.
second. Discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, the meeting has been moved to February the 5th. All right, now we're at the second part of the issue. Ruth, you're going to miss on March the 2nd.
Ruth is gonna miss February 5th.
I'll miss February 5th. Yeah, you'll have
So you need
5.
a motion to be excused for the 5th.
Okay, yeah,
That also
now we got to
works.
make a motion to excuse Ruth for February the 5th. Somebody make that, please.
I'll make a motion for Councilwoman Kavanaugh to be excused from the council meeting on February the 5th, 2026 and March 2nd, 2026.
Second.
Discussion. All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Okay, Ruth, you're going to miss on February the 5th and March the 2nd, and we've moved the council meeting from February the 2nd
to the 5th.
February to the 5th. Is that correct? Everyone's kosher with that? All right, Ruth misses one, Chris is missing none. All right, next. Under new other, about having the meeting streamed and recorded. Someone like to make that motion?
Is that Misha's new?
Can we discuss, this is all just meetings, or this is committee meetings?
So this is something I requested to put on the agenda, just, and to have a discussion about recommending that we stream and record all the standing committee meetings on YouTube, and to discuss if we should have all the committee meetings held at Village Hall to make it easier for the public and press to attend, and also to, be able to watch the streaming of all of the committee meetings as well as the regular council
Council member?
meetings.
Good ideas. I suggest maybe if you came up with, say, 5 little pointers about this and bring it to the first meeting of the Administrative Technology Committee and have them take a look at it. Misha, just different things like meetings are located in Village Hall, there are certain dates, how we're going to do that.
The one problem is if we have multiple meetings going on, you can't always be in Village Hall.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. If she comes down with 4 or 5 different ideas, because we can't have the chief here every time setting up YouTube.
No.
There's some different things. But Misha, I think this is a good idea to try. Okay, so we'll just consider that. Public trash and recycling pickup. Tim, was this yours?
I think it's Misha's.
Oh,
Yes.
Misha, oh, good.
Yes, this is a topic that I wanted to bring up, and this would be something I think that would be referred to the Public Utilities Committee. This is something I know that the village has looked into in the past, but I put it on the agenda just to see if there could be cost savings to households if the village were to organize trash and recycling pickup, and to possibly look into getting quotes from several different companies to see if there would be a cost savings for homeowners for the village to offer that versus for them to contract individually.
My question for that is, are you asking for the village to be the point person to charge people, or we pay for it? Or are we just the point person, we have one contract throughout the village for one provider?
I think this would be something where we could look at potentially as a contract for the village, or look at different options. I know there are other villages that have the setup with the trash and recycling through the village. So this would be something where I would be interested for the Utilities Committee to explore if there could actually be cost savings if the village were to facilitate that.
And so what do you do when you got the whole big group and somebody doesn't pay their bill? That's where the comes in.
Well, you could examine how, I know Chagrin Falls they privatize it, see, as an example, see how they do it.
Yeah, it's that, but you also are cutting, 3 or 4 other trash haulers out of business if you pick one for 1,200 homes or however many we have.
I will say, I know some of the HOAs have their own contracts, so you have to incorporate that in the thought too.
We
So,
do,
Yeah, we do.
yeah.
But it's worthy.
This was looked at 5 years ago,
Yep.
I want to say.
It's been looked at multiple times.
No.
Gary used to come to those meetings, didn't you?
Public,
It was a hot topic, and I think we had to consider using Gurney for our meetings, so it's a hot
Using what?
Gurney for our
Emotional.
meetings, because it was very hot.
Very emotional.
but I want to say Public Utilities looked at this 5 years ago with Councilman Galicki was the chair, and couldn't, basically came up with the answer that we couldn't agree on a particular vendor, that there were so many different vendors, and but say, let's take another look, let's see if there's an option out there.
So
That
you
makes
think
sense.
it would be utilities committee that would be?
Yeah.
So I'll pull all those old files, find what I can find to give to the committee.
Great. Thank you.
Misha, one of the easiest things to do that other communities, I think we have 3 or 4 operating. When we peaked out, I think we had 5, is you simply charge, that the village would charge a company $20,000 a year just to do their work. And basically what it does is you drive out your other your companies. The idea is that, you got 3 or 4 trash haulers on your streets, you're gonna have more wear and tear. But it's something to take a look at. Yeah, Danielle, you got all those numbers.
And then who does the billing?
Well, that's the thing.
Well, that's the
It's not
other,
coming
you
on
wanna
me,
get
I'll
into
tell you
the
that.
trash. Yeah, that's why you just say, if Kimball wants to work here, it's $30,000 and they get the whole village.
Or Rumpke?
Yeah.
Or Waste Management?
Or waste,
Or whoever
whatever you
else
wanna
is
do.
mad at you because you cut them out of business?
Right. Misha, you got 2 good ideas there, okay. Next, the solicitor, the Belrose, we have to do this?
That was my request because, just because we have the Bell Road East and we have 2 grants associated with that project with strict deadlines, which we've extended several times. So for example, that meeting Eric talked about Monday, I thought it would be beneficial to have the solicitor there, but I wanted to make sure council is okay with that because that's a cost, but I know we're gonna be having meetings as that project ramps up, and I think we want the solicitor involved because of the grants and the deadlines and the legalities.
All right, let's have a motion, please.
I move that we approve that the solicitor attend the Bell Road East paving meetings to ensure requirements, deadlines, and legalities are understood. So moved.
Second.
Discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion passes. We are now not going to adjournment. We have,
Well, we have the regular new other,
oh, yes, you're right, good.
Alexander new other.
New other.
Nope, I brought up the topics that I,
Okay, Val,
I want to join the party. I'll need a motion to be excused for our next meeting on January 20th.
It's for what?
So moved.
Okay.
Been moved to January
Second.
20th. Moved in second, discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion passes. Enjoy it.
and is that all you have?
That's all I have.
Burger,
I can't remember what meeting it was. I just want to make people aware, it was discussed the opportunity to collect the Christmas trees. And that the village would look at a plan to actually go around with a chipper and collect those Christmas trees off the street and to chip them and then dispose of the materials. It's a good idea and it's relatively low cost to the village. So I just want to make you aware that we're looking at that for what would happen the first 2 Saturdays in January of '27, the collection points. So, and we'll have more to talk about that later. And that's all I have.
Canton,
Nothing.
Kavanaugh,
No new other.
Renzo.
I'm just wondering if someday we can have a discussion about a standard reporting form for committees so that we all, when, especially with so many committees, so many people, we have some kind of standardization to what we share and next steps and who has what steps and who's and deadlines, so that things keep moving. And that's very clear.
That's everything.
Okay, at this time, we wanted to discuss or make plans for
Meetings.
committee meetings. Who's got who wants to come up first? Or you just want to start with, Chief, I think we got to leave this open. Yeah. All right.
Okay, now, for me personally, I can make meetings that I'm a part of at 3:15 after, anytime after 3:15, on Monday through Friday.
Okay, who else has, well, I guess everyone has
Who's got-
obligations.
Yeah, who has,
I'm an early morning or evening kind of person. No work schedule.
Yeah, I work as well. I'm not, Mondays I'm flexible. Thursdays, Sundays.
Say that
Yeah,
again,
more-
Mary. What's,
I'm off on Mondays. I'm off work on Mondays. But yeah, I agree. I would appreciate mornings or evenings. Otherwise,
Evenings are preferable for me with my work schedule.
so starting about what time this year?
So I normally finish work at 5 o'clock, so
5:30?
5:30 onward is fine with me.
Okay, any other guidelines that we have here? So we have basically three people that need, after 5 o'clock, 5:30. My suggestion is the committees find a time to meet and discuss this as a committee as to when they want to have a standard time. I think this is going to be, we could be here the rest of tonight
yeah.
talking about this.
The other thing
We
is,
need to get it done.
yeah,
We got
We need to do it in public, not, yeah.
Pick a first meeting and then our first
Yeah.
meeting, we can pick up the rest.
All right,
That's
well,
not a bad idea.
but the other thing is that you always want to dovetail, if you can, streets with public utilities, because that brings Eric here one time. And that's a big deal, yeah.
Yeah, we want to ease on here. Okay, well, how about this? This first committee up is listed property. Ruth, you're the chair. You've heard from Mary. Pick a time. and-
Okay, so looking at the
We just
three
need
of
the
us.
first one, right, Brady?
I think so.
All right, pick the first date.
Let's look at Monday, if that suits you, Mary. And Jerry, hang on, just give me a second here.
And Chris will do HR next.
I am looking at, how about Monday, the 12th at 3:15?
I can't, sorry. I'm out of town.
You're out of town? Okay. Monday, the 19th at 3:15.
So that's
That's a
MLK
holiday.
Day. That's
Pardon?
MLK Day, and I don't know if the village hall will be closed. I mean, I'm sure it's open, but I don't know if you want.
That's good for me.
Yeah, it's
We're-
good for me too.
It's a holiday, Jerry.
19th 's good for me.
Do you want it? I don't care if we do it or not. We can do 19th or 20th.
Oh, the 19th 's good for me.
Nothing's good.
But
That's
Mondays are better? Okay.
Okay, so the property,
3:15, and that is properties. All right.
3:15 on Martin Luther
Monday, the
King.
19th.
Okay, question. We, just, all we gotta do is make sure the room's unlocked. So that anybody wants to attend. All right, HR, Chris.
So, so Mary, how early is early for you? I mean,
Depends on the day. What,
well,
Tuesday.
we've been doing Tuesday mornings for HR,
I can't do Tuesday morning. Sorry, I can't do Tuesday mornings.
not at all, okay? So, but on a morning, we've been starting at 7:30 and trying to be done by 8:30. Is that doable or?
I could do like a Monday or a Thursday or a Friday.
Let's do Thursday, the 8th. Does that work?
Sure.
7,
Okay, Thursday, the 8th at 7:30?
does that work?
Great.
1-8, 7.
Okay, Jerry, finance.
Okay, finance, once again, I should yield to Danielle with the different schedule for council meetings. What's the best week of the month for you?
There, if you need Danielle with those, so
Well,
that
let's stick with January.
So probably, so for January, so probably the week in between, so sometime the week of the 12th, and I know you have 3 to 15 only, so I would appreciate not Friday,
Yeah, I got it.
but,
Okay.
so any day, the week of the 12th at 3:15, well, yeah.
Well, it has to be,
How's that
And then
for
who
Brian
else?
Alexander?
She-
She used to be at 5:30.
she's got 5:30 is when she can start.
Okay, so this is January,
Light reading.
you said the week of the 12th? Is there a restriction on which day that week?
no more straight.
For the 12th, Not in particular right now.
Not sure right now. How about you, Mr. Butler?
I'm open.
Well, let's tentatively make it, let's tentatively pick a date, okay? Why don't we pick, finance? Danielle, the 15th, okay?
That's fine.
Let's go to the 15th at 5:30.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Danielle, do you want to stay that late?
I start at 6 in the
Yes.
morning, but I will be here.
Why
That's fine.
don't we just for the month of January?
No, that's fine, that's fine. It'll work.
It's 5:30.
I figured-
Finance is 1:15:26 at 5:30. I won't say PM, but it is PM. All right, streets, Chris, Bill.
Okay, streets. Look at my calendar. Who's on streets? Mary, myself, Chris.
And that's when you kind of want to dovetail if you can, utilities, nothing Tom to do, if you want Eric to.
Eric, are you able to do evenings?
I suppose. I'm doing tonight.
Like, what, is it opposite weeks? What weeks do you have the other community?
Now we're on opposites.
Okay. Okay, so they're the first and third Mondays?
They're the second, we're the first and third. Madisonville is the second and fourth.
Okay.
I don't attend meetings for Geneva on the Lake, thankfully, because they're also Mondays.
Okay. We don't have anything at 12th? The 12th at 5:30? Do we have anything yet?
The 12th at 5:30?
You're out of town?
Yeah.
It's 13? 5:30, 13th?
That's Tuesday.
You already got done that too?
No, I'm good. Yeah.
I can do Tuesday at 5:30.
Okay, Chris Berger, can you do Tuesday the 13th at 5:30?
I can.
Okay. That is January the 13th, 5:30 PM.
Streets, all right. Safety, Jerry, you're up.
Safety. Chief, we're back together again, Chief.
Yes, sir.
So once again, it's 3:15 or after. Is there a particular day that's better for you?
Misha's done till 5:30.
5:30.
5:30 again.
But you don't stay that late either.
No.
So I don't know that this is going to work. We're going to have to pick some mornings.
What time in the mornings are you available?
I don't know what's too early for everyone, but my normal work schedule starts at 8.
Okay.
But
Well,
I
I
can
can't
try to
make it in the
switch
morning.
around.
No, not at all.
Okay.
I don't know.
The other option, which I know a lot of communities do, is do the committee meetings immediately before the council meeting. It's an option.
We can do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's
So-
the 20th.
However,
It's the next council meeting.
January 20th.
well, I would like to get some things on the agenda for the 20th meeting, so I'd like to meet well before
Before,
that.
yeah.
Yeah,
So let's just pick a date.
yeah, anytime this week or next week, if you want to throw a day out, I can double check and make sure I'm available.
And we, the 19th again? I mean, is that good or
It's
not?
too close to the council meeting, that's a.
Yeah, it
holiday,
is.
So if you guys have any availability the rest of this week or the week of the 12th, what would we?
Once again, for me, it's 3:15.
Okay,
I think we're doing a 3:15 and I don't know how she can join in.
no, it's gonna have to be 5:30, can you go later?
Or 5:30.
Can you go later?
I'm not wild about these late meetings, I gotta tell you, sorry.
You want to go Saturday?
Jerry says he's not doing Saturdays.
I didn't say that.
You said Monday through Friday.
Well, you are correct. I did say that. We can do a Saturday. It's fine with me.
But, okay, all right. I don't care if we do
For
Saturday.
the purposes of getting this initial one done, I
Yes.
can do Saturday the 10th.
All right,
Okay, I can do that.
Saturday the 10th?
Yeah,
That's donuts too, huh?
and what time? What time are we talking about?
Yeah, that's fine.
9 o'clock, fine with me.
10 o'clock
Or
sounds
10
better.
o'clock. Is
10
10 okay?
o'clock? Yep, that's fine.
10 o'clock on what date again?
10th,
10th.
10, January 10th
that's safety, January the 10th,
Safety.
at 10 a.m.
at 10 a.m.
Okay, next, public utilities, Chris.
Yeah,
We should dovetail with streets.
If we can.
And that's on the 13th at 5:30.
right. So can we put it in behind there at 6:30?
Can we go earlier? I mean,
Yeah. Can you ever get off work earlier?
well, Misha's not on streets.
Misha's not.
Oh, what am I doing?
It's Mary.
It's Mary. Okay.
These can never be virtual, right?
No, in person.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Can I make a motion?
It's a stick call.
Let's,
I mean, if we're doing a meeting in the evening on the 13th, once I'm here, I'm here. I mean, I don't care if we go after.
I really don't want evening meetings. We do enough of them. I don't know how we're going to resolve this. I'm sorry to be a pip.
We have to get one done.
Okay, So-
6:30 PM on the
On the 13th.
13th.
okay.
All right, that was Public Utilities, 13th at 6:30 PM. Building, Ruth, now you're up.
Okay, so we have, here's where early morning comes in. Dave Hosevar is usually gone by noon to go off to his other jobs. Jerry,
Can't do.
what time do you start at school?
I have to be there, I'm there by 6:45.
Oh, okay, so then this one's gonna be, but what time does Ruth leave?
4?
All right,
What about the night that she takes minutes? She takes minutes.
they canceled, didn't they cancel most of their stuff?
So ARB was canceled and so was Planning Commission, but I believe BZA this month is going forward, which is on the third Wednesday.
Yes.
21st.
Thank you, thanks. Yep, 21st.
Okay, 21st, and if she's only here till 4,
She stays those
She
nights.
stays.
she stays for that. So we would meet at, I don't know, what time do those meetings start? Is that the 5:30
I'm
meeting?
not sure when's ARB, is it 5:30 ARB? I'm not sure.
We're saying
ARB, Ruth's
Thursday,
here,
the 20th.
Oh.
5.
It's, wait, it's ARB or it's BZA?
BZA.
BZA is on the
Oh, BZA
21st, and that
is
starts at 7 p.m.
So.
We
you could
meet at
do
6?
You could do the meeting at 5:30.
Or meet at 5:30 and then that way when the meeting
Well,
starts.
so we would just have to inform Ruth that she's here?
Yeah.
Okay,
She's usually
On what date again?
so that is January 21st, which is a Wednesday, 1/21 at 5:30. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
Okay, January 21st, 5:30 building, we were at Bike Pedestrian Safety, Chris.
How about the 24th? It's Saturday. You guys want to do Saturday? Very ambitious.
Yeah, I'd be okay.
You're out of town? Okay. We could do, when do you come back in
I'm
town?
just gone there for one weekend.
Okay, so I'll be gone 19 through 22, so. boom, and then-
17, that's Saturday.
You want to do 17?
Yeah.
That's good. 17, Saturday morning?
Yep.
Okay.
At what time Saturday morning?
Don't know yet.
You're not.
Oh, I know, but I usually show, I'm sorry, but that's on the 17th.
I'm a morning person, so whenever you all want to do it.
Morning is fine with me.
I just gotta make sure I get a cup of coffee with my wife or I'll be divorced, so.
But wait, not the 24th, it's 17th?
The 17th.
Yes.
That will be at, do you want to do 9:30 or 10, 9?
10,
10.
maybe?
Okay, yeah.
All right, 10, we'll try 10, and if that's too late, we'll go earlier next time.
Okay.
John Buda, will you be here?
Saturday, the 17th.
He's loyal.
10 o'clock. All right, going back to building, Ruth, you have the meeting on the 21st at 5:30.
Yeah,
I believe that BZA meeting is going to be canceled, so you will not be rushed.
Are you sure, Mayor? I thought there was one on the agenda.
Is there one on the agenda? It's still on the calendar.
I'll look.
Okay, all right, administrative technology, Chris.
So I'm just trying to figure out when Bella's here.
And remember, there was those 3 motions you put off to go to the
Yeah, I
committee.
know, we gotta get them done.
I am on that committee.
Yeah.
Want to do the 10th, Saturday?
Yeah, what time?
We should,
Before or after, or?
You're talking about the 17th?
the 10th.
Okay.
You've got, there's a 10 AM safety on the
Yep.
10th. So,
So 11 or 9?
I can do either. Do 9?
I'm fine with that.
9 o'clock, sure.
1/10/26 at 9 AM. Okay,
Okay.
1/10/26, 9 AM.
Mhm.
Okay, can I read them all off?
Yeah,
So building is 121 at 5:30 PM, finance is 115 at 5:30 PM, HR is 18 at 7:30 AM, property 119 at 3:15 PM, public utilities 113 at 6:30 PM, safety 110 at 10 AM, streets 113 at 5:30 PM, bike at 117 at 10 AM, and admin and technology 110 at 9 AM.
and that's just our working document for now. We're gonna set up some sort of permanent dates, hopefully.
hopefully.
That's good. Anything else for the good of the order? It is 8:55, can we get a motion to adjourn?
Move.
Moved by Kavanaugh, seconded by
Second.
Canton. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, we are adjourned at 8:55.
Thank you, audience. We usually don't have one.
I know.